right, here we go. We're on 12.3b. Surface area of cones. Okay, hey, guys. Hey. Okay, it's our last day talking about surface area individually, and then we will be talking about volume starting tomorrow. And then we'll go back to talking about both. Okay, you guys. Abdirman, what do you need? Abdi, what do you need? Alright, so as we look at a cone, we're talking about the surface area. Remember, that's the outside part. So as I look at this cone, what shapes is this cone made out of? A circle, okay? So the bottom is a circle. So we're going to find the area of that. And then this outside part ends up creating, kind of the semicircle thing. It's a little bit goofy. But the radius here of the circle is actually this height that goes up the side. It's that slant height. Okay? So it's a little bit goofy. The formula doesn't quite make as much sense as the other ones do, but it makes sense when we actually decompose it. So surface area equals, we're going to start with that circle. To find the area of a circle is pi r squared plus, so that's the base. Now we're doing it of a kind of the semicircle, and the semicircle formula, the way it works out, it ends up being pi RL. Okay, R stands for radius. And then we learned this cursive L last Friday when we were doing pyramids. Does anyone remember what that stands for? Slant height. Alright, we're using two colors. Okay, what is happening? What is going on today, you guys? Alright, you're getting one glue in. You can glue it in on the left or the right. You guys are way too fired up today. What is happening?
Let me get mine. Huh?
Alright, because our test is next Friday, there's not going to be a lot of time for retakes. So making sure that you are on getting everything done.
I got hella. After I was fighting that, nigga. One time, I was like, you know,
Okay, get this glued in. What? There's a family picnic today.
Emily, you have to bring your
What?
family.
I don't know. But there'll be like people outside. What?
Is it like last year?
Yeah, where you go outside and there's like, yeah.
oh yeah, we
Where?
did.
Yes.
School or after?
After school. 4 o'clock.
We all there. Very nice, buddy.
Okay, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holy moly. Okay. Alright. I'm going to do these two examples. Holy. You guys. Hi.
This is Monday, that's why.
Yeah, normally Monday you guys are not talking at all. This is insane. So excited today. Alright, here we go. In this first one we just need to find these two parts. We need to find the radius. Shh. Saito. You guys. Hi. I'm going to teach now. As I've been doing, and then it's just been a lot. Okay, shh. What I'm trying to tell you is to stop talking so loud. Alright, so we have our radius and our slant heights. In this one, what is our radius going to be? Close. Yeah, remember when we look at that circle? Hey, shh, Samir. Shh. Shh. Okay, when we look at the circle, how far across does the circle does the radius go? It only goes halfway. So if 18 is the whole length, how am I going to find halfway across? Divide by 2. So 18 divided by 2 is 9. Okay, and then what is our slant height going to be? 20.1. Hi. Here you go. Thanks. Alright, then we just throw it in the formula. So our formula says pi r squared. So we're going to do pi times, what's our radius? 9 squared plus pi times our radius, and then times our slant height. Alright, once we have that written down, all we need to do is make sure that we put it into our calculator correctly. Pi times 9 squared plus pi times 9 times 20.1. Okay, and as we round, I was going to double check what we're rounding to in our homework today, but I don't remember. I'm going to go probably with tenths. So 822.7 or 822.8. Yeah, 0.8. After that, 7 is an 8. That tells us to round up. So 822.8 square kilometers. Yes, in your practice today, you're rounding to the nearest tenth. 1 decimal place. Alright, last one. Again, since it's just a cone, we just have that one formula, which makes it easier than pyramids and prisms, because we don't have to worry about what that base shape is. The base shape is always going to be a circle. So we just need to find out what is that radius and the slant height. This time our radius is 12. Not doing a very good job here. Here we go. 12. Okay, now remember slant height is what's connecting the circle to the vertex. Good. So it's not always going to be going up and down. Sometimes it's going to be going side to side. It is that 26.8. Okay, and then we just plug it in the formula. Pi r squared plus Okay, thanks. Pi r slant height. Yep.
That guy was.
Didn't you use your AirPods?
Okay, throw that in our calculator, and we're rounding to the nearest tenth today, so 1 decimal place. $26.8. All right, we get 1,462.7 or 1,462.8. 0.7. 0.7 square feet. Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, it was supposed to be quick. It would have gone quicker if people were